Yeah, dialogues, and I'm talking to filmmaker, writer, producer Balki and film writer and film critic Raja Sen, and they're talking about their new film Chup, The Revenge of the Artist, which is playing at a cinema near you. Balki, Raja, did the theme come first or the story come first? The Revenge of the Artist?
No, the theme, of course, the thought was always there. But then very quickly to get a story is very simple. So I had a semblance of a story of this kind of thing, basically a killer and romantic. I like to work unusual thoughts in formats which are usual.
Yeah.
You know, which is
Shamitab.
yeah, it just makes new thoughts palatable.
Yeah, yeah.
Rather than saying new thoughts newly is a different kind of thing. Though this film has got a little bit more than that. So, but when I met Raja, I didn't want to be the guy who was a critic basher. Because they are also human beings. Now, I wanted to not be a biased kind. It's not a film. Of course, it's by a filmmaker, but the voice shouldn't be of.
It was not Balki's revenge on film critics.
It was, but I didn't want it to be fully that. I also wanted. It's almost from the critic's voice to tell me where I'm going wrong in my thought. You know, it's not that filmmakers may have a lot of passion. Filmmakers may curse. Filmmakers may do a lot of things, but they are human beings. Where is the flaw in this whole thing? What am I not thinking right? You know, so when Raja and I were chatting and we were just doing that, we wanted to balance things out. It so happened, like Raja said, that he was, saying no, we should push it a little bit more on the critics, and I was saying no, we should push it more on the against the filmmakers. So it evolved into a film. It was no longer anybody taking sides.
But it's also a mystery, isn't it? There's a murder mystery that's.
It's not an anti-critic film. I think that we should be clear on that. It's questioning critics, just the way we question, like the way critics question filmmakers for doing better. It's also us trying to figure out if critics can do better or should they.
Pen, Jayanti Lal Gada, the late Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, these are all people who are producers. You produced the film. Was it easy to sell this film to a producer?
I don't sell. I make.
That's true.
You can't sell a film. You can't sell a film.
I mean, you know what I mean. To raise the money
Why
for
do you
this,
produce
Balki.
it? No, it's like, I think you...
I mean, you probably have an easier time of raising money, but I'm just saying you have to raise money
I don't
for a
have
film.
an easier time to make money. I've just been lucky. And I'll tell you what the luck is. The luck is, I remember when we started our own production, it was in English for English, and we were pitching it to so many people and nobody wanted to back it. From the biggest names, they said, no, Sridevi's come back, we can't afford this. And I believe the film had to be made. And that's when I remembered meeting Rakesh Jhunjhunwala at some point in time, and I just asked him. He wanted to collaborate on something long back, and I said, Rakesh, here's a chance. He said, done. He didn't even know what the subject was, what it was. I think sometimes people bet on people. They don't bet on subjects. True. And when you're betting on people, you should also know what kind of a person that person is. So when he takes a lateral subject, he knows he's not going to make a single penny out of my films, because it's foolish for him to invest in the film. He can make a lot more money on that. But he invests, he also knows he won't lose money on my films. He'll be safe in my films. I'll take care of his money. And the second more important thing is something interesting will be done with that money. So that much he knows. And you also always need to work with people who are passionate about, want to gain something from this kind of filmmaking. It's not just about making money, like Jayanti Lal Gada. People just think he's a money-making machine. And he does that. No. I mean, he's one of the most lateral guys I've met. I mean, he may have his sense of humor is phenomenal. And his phenomenal take on weird subjects. You may not understand it, but the interest of anybody who invests in films finally is about, I want to make an interesting film and make
I'm
money.
saying just if you go with a single line, this is a murder mystery thriller, where a serial killer is bumping off film critics. to pitch that, to raise the money was not a hard sell, because you're saying people who you reached out to trust you and what you do with your
Not
movies.
just that. It's always films and subjects and a cast. If your economics are right for a subject, if I do this film for 55 crores, then nobody's going to buy this film. But if I do it with the correct budget, correct kind of thing, yes, at least you won't lose. My only consideration while making a film is the person who's investing shouldn't lose a penny. How much he makes is not in my hands. I do not promise a thing. All I ensure is you will not lose your money.
Okay, Balki, what would you advise the film industry to do to shore up flagging revenues? Because, it seems to be in a bad place right now.
I really think, there has to be, rules, just not like we have union rules for for the light people, for the sound people, for cameramen, everything. There are rules out there, but there needs to be far bigger than that. And what I believe in is, firstly, starting from the beginning, I think the government must understand the power of the film industry. Okay, it has to be supported. There has to be like states that are supporting that kind of a thing. As it's really worked in those states, like take a thing like Tamil Nadu. It backs cinema. It believes cinema is almost an essential commodity for the state, for people. And I think it's important to recognize that, support this industry, have ceilings and prices for people to go and enjoy cinema.
Yeah. You're very unequivocal about ticket prices being a big barrier.
You cannot have this stuff, and the government must support multiplexes, must support theatres so that they can afford this, because theatres are also not able to afford this kind of thing. So it's a multi-chain kind of a thing. And also, I just believe this whole thing of like the Telugu industry is doing a fabulous thing. They're trying to put ceiling on actors' prices and things like that. I think a lot of those things have to come in where the effort is, a lot of people end up making money. A lot of people's livelihoods are protected, just not once. Of course, we are a democratic system, and may the best person win. But there should be support for an industry as important to this, because I think whatever India campaign that you do, you may do in Incredible India, your biggest image driver for India is cinema. Okay, you cannot get away from that. And if you're doing so little for the biggest image driver in this country, then we're doing something wrong.
Balki, Raja, great conversation. Thank you. I wish Chup a lot of good luck. I'm going to make time and spend money on it. Watch out for my tweet. You've been warned, and I've also been warned, right? There could be write a review.
Give us a star
no, I can't. I don't like that. I like watching movies and then having conversations. In fact, this is an exception, but I'm glad we could do it. Thank you. I wish you a lot of good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, and watch out for another conversation next week, same time. Goodbye.